The lights go out, your phone's at 20%, the food in your fridge is starting to warm. You have no idea when power is coming back. What do you do in the next 60 seconds that could make or break the next 24 hours? In this video, you're going to discover the exact step-by-step actions to take during a blackout, from the critical first minutes to keeping your family safe, fed, and comfortable for as long as it takes. Whether it's your first outage or your 10th, you'll learn strategies most people miss that could save your food, protect your home, and even turn a stressful situation into something manageable. Stick around, because we're covering everything from hidden lighting tricks using items you already own, to the one mistake with your fridge that ruins all your food, to how to keep your phone charged when outlets are useless. By the end, you'll have a complete action plan you can use the moment the power drops. Welcome to Food Decider, where we break down the knowledge you need for life's unexpected moments. If you find this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss crucial information that could make all the difference when you need it most. When the power first goes out, most people freeze. They stand there in the dark, confused, maybe reaching for a light switch that doesn't work anymore. But these first few minutes are absolutely critical. What you do right now determines whether this blackout is a minor inconvenience or a dangerous situation. Your first move isn't to find a flashlight. It's to listen and look. Did you hear any loud electrical pops before everything went dark? Do you see sparks near any outlets? Is there a burning smell in the air? These are signs of electrical hazards that could turn into a fire. If you notice any of these warning signs, don't touch switches or plug anything in. A power surge when electricity returns could start a fire or damage your equipment. Now, if your home uses natural gas, this next step could save your life. Check for gas leaks immediately. Natural gas has a distinctive rotten egg smell added specifically so you can detect leaks. If you smell it, don't flip any switches, don't light any candles, and don't create any sparks. A single spark in a gas-filled room can trigger an explosion. Get everyone out of the house immediately and call emergency services from outside. Once you've confirmed there are no immediate hazards, check on everyone in your household. Children might be scared in the dark. Elderly family members might need help navigating without lights. But here's what most people forget. Anyone who relies on medical devices powered by electricity is now in a critical situation. Oxygen machines, CPAP devices, powered wheelchairs, these all stop working. If someone in your home depends on these devices, you need a battery backup plan, and you need it right now. Here's a simple action that saves enormous amounts of time later. Gather all your essential supplies in one central location. Flashlights, phones, radios, first aid kits, batteries, bring them all to one room, maybe your kitchen or living room. When you're stumbling around in the dark later trying to find something, you'll thank yourself for doing this now. Now let's talk about communication, because staying connected during a blackout is harder than you think. Cell towers can become overloaded when everyone tries to call at once. Landlines might fail if they depend on electricity. Your phone becomes your most vital tool, but only if the battery lasts. The moment the power goes out, switch your phone to low power mode. Close all your background apps. Those apps constantly pinging notifications are draining your battery even when you're not using them. Here's a trick most people don't know. Text messages use far less power than phone calls, and they can get through congested networks when calls can't. If you need to reach someone, send a text first. If your phone battery gets critically low, you can charge it in your car, but only do this in a well-ventilated area and don't leave it running so long that you drain your car battery. The last thing you need is a dead car battery during an emergency. A battery-powered or hand-crank radio becomes invaluable now. These radios can tell you what caused the blackout, whether there are local hazards, and where emergency shelters are. Don't leave it running constantly. Turn it on every few hours to get updates and conserve the battery. And here's something people forget in our digital age. Sometimes the best source of information is your neighbor. Walk over and have a quick conversation. They might know something you don't. They might have a generator. They might need help. Building these connections now could be crucial if this blackout lasts.
Now you need light, but not just any light. You need to use your lighting strategically to make your supplies last. Flashlights, lanterns, and headlamps all have different advantages. Headlamps free up your hands so you can cook or work. Lanterns light up entire rooms. Flashlights are versatile and easy to carry. Candles can work, but here's the reality. They're dangerous. Keep them away from anything flammable. Keep them away from children and pets. Never leave them unattended. One knocked over candle can burn your house down while you're dealing with a blackout. But there are creative lighting solutions you might not know about. In a real emergency, a single crayon can burn for about 15 minutes. You can make an improvised oil lamp with a jar, a cotton strip, and cooking oil. If you have solar garden lights, bring them inside at night and put them back outside during the day to recharge. They won't light up a whole room, but they provide enough light to navigate safely. Here's a strategy that stretches your supplies. Designate 1 or 2 rooms to keep well lit, maybe the kitchen and living room.
Use bright lighting in these spaces, but rely on minimal light everywhere else. This way, you're not burning through batteries trying to light up your entire house. The refrigerator. This is where most people make their biggest mistake during a blackout, and it costs them hundreds of dollars in spoiled food. Here's what you need to understand. A closed refrigerator stays cold for about 4 hours. A closed freezer stays frozen for about 48 hours if it's full, or 24 hours if it's half full. But every time you open that door, you're cutting that time down dramatically. So here's the rule. Keep those doors closed. Plan what you need before you open the fridge, grab everything in one trip, and close it immediately. Don't browse. Don't stand there trying to decide what to eat. Every second that door is open, your food is getting warmer. When you do need to access the fridge, eat the most perishable items first. Chicken and ground beef spoil quickly. Cook them and consume them early. Meanwhile, items like cheese and condiments can last longer. Here's a brilliant move if you have time. Take ice packs or frozen water jugs from your freezer and move them into the refrigerator section. This keeps the fridge colder for longer and gives your perishable items extra time. But eventually, you'll need to cook without power. If you have an outdoor grill, propane, or charcoal, you're in luck. Grills are safe to use outside. Camping stoves are lifesavers, especially during bad weather when you can't grill. If you have a wood stove or fireplace and proper cookware, that works too. But here's the critical safety warning. Never cook indoors with equipment meant for outdoor use. Gas stoves, grills, kerosene heaters, generators, using these indoors without proper ventilation causes carbon monoxide buildup, and carbon monoxide kills. It's odorless, colorless, and deadly. Always cook in well-ventilated areas and keep a battery-operated carbon monoxide detector on hand. Now, water. If you suspect this blackout might last a while, fill containers with water immediately. Fill your bathtub, fill pots, fill bottles. Electric pumps might stop working, which means no running water. Once that happens, every drop becomes precious. If you're not sure whether your water is safe to drink, you have options. Boil it for at least 1 minute, use water purification tablets, or disinfect it with unscented bleach, 8 drops per gallon, then let it sit for 30 minutes. Camping water filters work for removing bacteria and particulates, but they might not filter out viruses. Conserve water by skipping long showers. Use sponge baths instead. Reuse water for flushing toilets or cleaning. And this is crucial. Maintain strict hygiene. Wash your hands thoroughly, especially after handling raw meat. Sanitize surfaces. In a blackout, you don't want to deal with food poisoning on top of everything else. Temperature control can make or break your comfort during a blackout. If it's winter and you've lost heat, your home can become dangerously cold within hours. The solution is layering. Wear multiple shirts, sweaters, hats, and thick socks. Heat escapes through your head, so keep it covered. Gather everyone in one room and hang blankets over doorways to contain warmth. Body heat from multiple people in a small space makes a real difference. If you're using candles or a wood stove for heat, ensure proper ventilation. Carbon monoxide from incomplete combustion is just as dangerous in winter as it is when you're cooking. Summer blackouts bring different challenges. Without air conditioning, your home becomes an oven. Block sunlight by drawing blinds and curtains during the day. When night comes and it's cooler outside, open windows to ventilate. Battery-powered fans help, but use them sparingly to conserve power. For quick cool downs, apply damp cloths to your skin. The evaporation creates a cooling effect. Here's something people don't think about until it's too late: security.
When the power goes out, especially if it's widespread, opportunistic break-ins increase. Lock all your windows and doors. Use dowels or stops to prevent windows from opening wide, even if someone tries to force them. Make your home look occupied. Use flashlights and windows to show activity. If you have a generator or other valuable equipment, secure it. These items become targets during outages. Coordinate with your neighbors. If you suspect trouble, organize watch rotations. Share resources. Someone might have extra ice. Someone else might have spare candles. Check on vulnerable residents, especially the elderly or those living alone. Community cooperation makes everyone safer. Keep a fire extinguisher in a central location. Be extra cautious with candles and open flames. If you suspect a fire, call emergency services immediately. During a blackout, fire departments are often stretched thin, so prevention becomes even more critical. You need the right tools to handle a blackout effectively. Duct tape, a multi-tool, and wrenches help with quick fixes in securing your home. Plastic sheeting or cardboard can block drafts or reinforce windows. Screwdrivers and pliers are essential for repairs and security measures. Battery management becomes crucial. Centralize all your batteries, AAs, AAAs, D cells, whatever you have. Rotate usage by salvaging batteries from less critical devices for essential items. Label and inventory your supplies so you're not rummaging around in the dark trying to find what you need. If you have a generator, know its capacity and never overload it. Always use generators outdoors, never in your garage, basement, or anywhere near your home. Generator exhaust contains carbon monoxide that can seep into your living space and kill you. Power banks and portable power stations keep phones and small devices running. If you have solar panels, use them to recharge these devices during the day. Protecting your electronics matters too.
When power suddenly returns, there's often a surge that can damage computers, TVs, and other expensive equipment. Unplug major electronics during the blackout to prevent surge damage. An uninterruptible power supply, or UPS, gives you time to safely shut down computers and save your work. Back up important data. Save critical files on flash drives or external hard drives. If you have mobile data available, upload files to cloud storage. Keep hard copies of essential documents, insurance information, medical records, contact numbers. If your computer gets fried by a power surge, you'll still have access to what you need. Now let's talk about morale, because extended blackouts test everyone's patience. The stress, the inconvenience, the uncertainty, it all builds up. Entertainment becomes more important than you might think. Board games and cards provide distraction and bring people together. Reading by flashlight or lantern offers a peaceful escape. Storytelling creates connection. Share anecdotes, memories, funny experiences. These moments can actually become meaningful, bringing families closer together in ways that normal life doesn't allow. If you have children, involve them. Assign tasks. Let them help gather supplies or hold flashlights. Turn the outage into an educational opportunity. They'll learn problem-solving skills and resilience they can carry into adulthood. Structure and routine help maintain normalcy. Set a schedule for cooking, resting, and group activities. When stress levels rise, a calm voice and teamwork make all the difference. Patience and cooperation keep the peace when everyone's uncomfortable and frustrated. If the blackout extends beyond 24 hours, you need to think long-term. Take inventory of your supplies. How much food do you have? How much water? How much fuel for cooking or heating? Ration is needed to stretch resources. Check if local stores are open or if emergency shelters are available. Medical needs become urgent during extended outages. If you need refrigerated medication, contact facilities with backup power. Hospitals, pharmacies, community centers, many have generators and might offer limited services. Don't wait until your medication spoils to figure this out. Sanitation becomes a challenge if toilets stop flushing. Use a bucket lined with heavy-duty plastic bags. Add cat litter or sawdust for odor control. It's not pleasant, but it's necessary. Community coordination becomes essential during long blackouts. Work with neighbors to clear debris or address large-scale issues. Share information about what's happening, where to get supplies, when power might return. The more people work together, the easier it becomes for everyone. When the power finally comes back and life returns to normal, don't just forget about what happened. Take time to review the experience. What worked well? What didn't? Did you need more flashlights, more batteries, more shelf-stable food? Identify the gaps in your preparation. Upgrade your emergency kit based on what you learned. Add more water containers, stock up on non-perishable meals, get better insulation, invest in solar-powered devices. Make sure your first aid kit is fully stocked and your cooking supplies are adequate. Build community resilience by coordinating with neighbors for future emergencies. Share contact information, discuss who has what resources, form emergency communication groups. The more prepared your community is collectively, the less stressful future outages become. Blackouts are unpredictable, they happen without warning and can last anywhere from hours to days. But with preparation and the right mindset, you can navigate them safely. Every step you take, from the immediate safety checks to long-term planning, builds resilience for you and everyone around you. A little knowledge and readiness can turn even the darkest moments into something manageable and sometimes even meaningful. Now you're equipped with a complete blackout survival plan, from the first 60 seconds to day 2 and beyond. The next time the lights go out, you won't panic, you'll act. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, subscribe to Food Decider for more essential life knowledge, and drop a comment telling us what's your biggest concern during a power outage. We'll see you in the next one. Stay prepared, stay safe.